Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, that was glorious. When I did that, like 4 of your heads all went whoop at the same moment. That was really lovely. It's like we're at school. Hi, everyone. Hi. It's good to see you all. Welcome again. It's good to have you back. Okay, how was the week?
I'm going to go up.
Up,
Even
up, up. Oh, Arnold, Little of that. Well, the kids always do it too. The kids always do it too. So you're welcome to join them. Excellent. So it's, mostly good, but some middles too. And some very non-committal. All right, while we're on the regular, children, any updates on your teeth today? Logan's still wiggly.
Really loose, but they haven't come out yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Logan's in the same boat as you, so we'll check back next week. Adults, how are you doing? Desmond's not here. He was our adult with a tooth thing, wasn't it, last week? Okay, well, we'll have to wait for next week. Yes. Welcome to our normal.
Did I miss something, Ben? What happened to you? I stood up.
So we didn't talk about this last week because he was just really loving life last Sabbath. Not at all. I'm not looking over at Ben right now because he's glaring at me. It was a don't ask situation. So I'm glad you just went there and asked.
I was standing up in the garage from kneeling, and my phone popped.
He just stood
What popped?
He stood
My
up and
Yeah, but like,
his ankle went pop.
there's a lot going on in an ankle.
the whole thing, everything.
Something broken?
Tendons, bones.
Do you know?
Yeah, X-ray was clear. It still hurts quite a bit. It's improving slowly. Work doesn't let me wear a boot, so I'm not really. We'll see.
It's called a sprained ankle.
Yes, it is a sprained ankle.
Last week there were crutches.
Nothing torn.
I missed that.
I know.
I was this
Things
I
you
almost
miss.
made it last week.
When you don't show up, you
I
miss
know.
these things.
So close.
So close. All right. Ellis? Did I get it? Yes. Okay. What's up, Ellis? Well. You want Shane to go first? Okay, they've decided you have stuff to share, Shane, so what's on your mind today? The kids have figured you out.
Yeah, so I will preface this with I still had a good week, but yesterday. But I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you a little story. So,
Okay, we're ready, we're here.
Over the past 3 weeks, a little story. Over the past 3 weeks, we've got I had these 2 college guys who are great. They scrubbed all the cushions. We painted the walls. We've got, I got the carpet ordered, everything. So yesterday, I come in and there was a little hole in the floor that I've got this guy who's your friend, Barry. He's a millwright and he's a welder and everything.
Oh, we know Barry,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was
Barry and Esther Barry?
So
Okay.
I've been supporting Barry and his family for the last year. So, anyway, he's down there, and we got this little hole, and so I think, okay, we'll fix that and everything. Well, it's like cancer, and it kind of grew. And the problem is he ground everything, which then put this patina of rusty dust all over
Everything.
the walls and so I
All the
was
things that had been
after
cleaned.
3 weeks, finally having all of it gone from the shipyard, I just kind of lost it. and like a sheet or something like that. But the bottom line is really, hey, look, it just happened. And so today, I had to go down there to drop off some bolts or something, and so I just wiped one out, and it's not going to be that bad. And so the good news is, here's the good news. My cousin, who's the partner on this boat with me, is coming up Monday, and I called him on the way back and said, hey, guess what, Jonathan? We are cleaning a boat on Monday. so he's going to get a share in some of the joy. That's the good news. The other good news is that it is coming along. It will not be long, and we will all be able to be on.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm going to guess sometime around June 15th, 20th that it will be somewhere reachable for us. 25th, yeah. No, we've got to get ready for this. We got to be on it.
I was going to say, you got things for it to do this summer.
But if we want to plan a little afternoon to go hang out on a schooner, I'm all.
I feel like we're not going to have to twist these people's arms very hard.
You got to finally see this thing.
Yeah.
It's big.
We've been hearing about this thing for a long time.
It's big.
Shall we go on Shane's boat when it's ready?
Wanna go? Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Kids are in.
We could even have church inside.
Okay.
I mean, inside.
Awesome.
We could just do that. So.
Well, we will definitely take you up on that.
And there's a really nice, easy ladder to climb up. Stairway. It does stairs, but it's real stairs. Anyway, we can help you.
The look on Janice's face, like, sure, Shane.
Yeah,
Sure, Shane.
Their boats. I mean, what can I say? Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, besides, I am very happy to be here. I've missed you. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks. And my heart is good to be here, and I'm just so happy to be with friends that some of you even love me.
You know.
I know, you were busy in Napa. I'm done.
Thank you for sharing, Shane. Is that what you were looking for, Ellis?
Oh, and I miss these guys at the spaghetti factory that want me to tell you it's all my bad. Yeah. And next time I'll be better. Okay, I will, I promise.
Come on, Shane, pay attention.
It's hard for me. I can't afford to pay attention.
All right, Levi, what do you got?
So, a couple weeks ago, well, it was actually this week, we did some, we had this, thing, which, you can do stuff in. There's, a volcano in it, and, a water tornado and stuff. And we got these from it.
Ooh, are those rocks or gems?
They're, there's, tiger, there's, agate, there's opal, and there's some other ones.
Wow,
There's also desert rose. Different kinds of gemstones? Yeah.
that's very cool. Is this something you did at home, or did you go somewhere to do this?
We did it
At home?
Like if you excavate something.
Oh, you dig the stuff out? That's cool.
We have one.
Yeah, you've done that, yeah.
Got some
Those are fun. Very cool. I'd love to look closer at them later. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. All right, Arnold, how you doing, man?
I'm doing
I know. How's
The scooter.
how's the scooter? Start with the celebration. What's the celebration about your scooter?
6,000 miles.
He did it! Woohoo! Yay!
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
Even though it was a week later.
It's okay.
I still call it good.
Hey, birthday months count. They do. All right, and then what are we praying for? With the scooter.
A new charger.
A new charger. The scooter always has something delightful to share, so a new charger is the next thing.
The onboard charger or the plug-in wall charger?
Plug-in wall charger.
Okay.
After 6,000 miles, I decided to die. It'll be here Monday.
Oh, there you go. Most excellent.
But we need to keep
Mike,
Mike.
okay. How's he doing?
Not good. And he's not getting good answers from the hospital.
That's hard. His back? Am I remembering that right?
No, it's his eye.
Oh, that's right, his eyes.
His right eye.
All right, well, we'll definitely pray for Mike. How else? Or how else? What else? David.
So on behalf of Milo, we have some Linda Holtzclaw.
I don't know how to say it.
It's Holtzclaw. She's been in the hospital for 2 weeks and just got back to home, so she wanted to lift her up.
All right, we will definitely pray. Holtzclaw. Holtzclaw? Holtzclaw. Well, our family's happy because someone came home.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Right.
Yeah, welcome back, Steve.
He's been gone
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yep. I don't want to say anything. I want to steal your thunder.
It was not long enough.
Yeah, he's going to try and talk all. Christopher. home. He made it on his planes and all the places barely. I don't know if he's ready to talk about that yet, but he's never going back to Zurich. Logan. All right. This sounds really, I'm going to say this is going to sound terrible, but I have a lot of coworkers, and at this present moment, I can't even remember them all, but there's a lot that have a lot of medical stuff going on. The one that's at the top of my mind is someone who passed out while driving, and so there's the two part, like they don't actually have a clue why yet, so that journey is happening. They were alone, but like broke their sternum, and like really intense, and they're young, like.
They crashed?
Yeah, single car accident, but I mean, if it broke their sternum, it was, yeah. So they're figuring out, trying, yeah, so pray for them. Anything else? I heard the service in Napa was good. Beautiful and lots of really good food. Yeah.
So who's the service for?
My nephew. His dad died in November. He died 2 weeks ago. But they were going to have a little celebration. Then it turned out some other people found out about it. Some other people found out about it. They didn't very well know in the mass area. And we wound up having about 250, 300 people show up.
Wow.
It was.
Turns from a memorial to a wake at that point, I think.
It was just a celebration.
Yeah. I'm glad you were able to go. I said I'm glad you were able to go.
Yes. It worked out well.
Yeah.
Tim and Steph. Yeah, we all went down together.
Nice.
Donnie and his wife and daughter came down.
Good.
We were all together.
Good. I'm glad. You should probably pray for Kevin too. He's probably watching. Hi, Kevin. He's somewhere on the Spanish coast, right? Somewhere. But he's battling a cold and he's sore and, so we'll pray for Kevin. But he did the thing. Yep, he made it to Santiago. And we'll let him talk about that when he gets home. But
Does he have an ETA?
Chris, when's he planning to be home? Do you remember?
His plane leaves June 4th.
So he's there for a while still, a couple weeks.
You're there, it's been some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to do some breaking.
It's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, anything else? All right, let's say prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this crew that's here today, and for our broader group, wherever and whenever they are. Thank you for the joy that happens when we're all together. Thank you for a space and a time where we can connect and think about those that we love and share what's on our hearts, be silly and goofy and serious all in seconds of each other. And thank you for being an accessible God to us. And we know that you are looking out for us, and for those requests that we share, you're hearing them. We have lots to be thankful for. Thank you for Shane. We're glad he's here, that he showed up today. We're glad that people enjoy coming here, but that we also look forward to it. Thank you for projects that the kids have had. Thank you for their teeth, whether they're falling out or staying in or growing or anywhere in between. Thank you that Arnold hit his 6,000 miles on the scooter. Thank you that you gave Chris safe travels home including getting on flights that he shouldn't really have gotten on. Thank you that Dawn and Linda had a safe trip to Napa to celebrate their family. Be with Ben and his ankle. It's not fun to have anything slowing you down, and help him to be patient as he recovers. Be with Shane and the boat. Help him to just have a dandy time cleaning it again. But we're glad that it's coming along and it'll be out on the water doing its thing soon. And we're excited to go test it out. Maybe not the first test run. I'll go on the second. Be with Arnold as he's getting a new charger for the scooter. We hope that this maybe could be a pause in the things it needs help with, and just, cruises to the next 1,000 miles or more. We're thinking of Mike. He's been having issues with his right eye and is struggling with medical providers in the hospital. Help him to advocate for what he needs and have the right doctor hear him the right way at the right time, so he can get the help that he needs there. We think of Milo's request for lifting Linda up. Be with her as she is recovering, as she heads home and readjusts to life outside of a hospital. Be with her in whatever she's dealing with. I think of my multiple coworkers that are dealing with pretty heavy medical scenarios, some known, some unknown, and the one I'm thinking of most, recovering from a car accident, but also the unknowns of how that happened. Give them bravery and courage as they navigate that, as they meet all sorts of doctors they didn't know they would ever meet. And thank you that we're able to support them so they can focus on their health and recovery. And last, we think of our traveler, Kevin. Be with him as he is settling into reflecting and writing and enjoying the Spanish coast. I know he's struggling with the aches and pains and maybe some cold as well, but let him know that we love him and we miss him, and we're looking forward to see him in a couple weeks. Be with our time today. Be with Chris as he shares some of his thoughts and maybe immediate reflections on his time in Spain. Be with Ben and Christina and I as we make some music, and just be with us here today as we spend time celebrating your love for us, and that we get to do that together. We love you. Amen.
All right. Can we
Ben's going to
have
be high
some
maintenance.
Help? Can we get some help up here? Children?
Levi, Ellis, Logan, Gwen. They need an invitation. Any of you older folks want a shaker? Oh, Ashley's coming up. Hi. How you doing? She'll show you. There, now you guys can spread out if you want.
Oh, okay.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Woo! Thanks, percussion section. You guys sound great.
Oh, you can stay. I think we're doing Peace Like a River?
Let's do Peace Like a River.
Oh, she's very helpful. Put you down here. Oh. Yeah.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. Love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got love like an ocean. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got love like an ocean. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Beautiful. Thanks,
Well done.
kids.
Shane gets the bonus points.
We appreciate your help this morning.
You did the actions well. Yes.
Whoa. You okay, Gwen?
Hi. You want to go down? Just gonna eat that.
Broke
I
a
didn't say
string
anything.
earlier, so it set off the tuning.
It was very exciting. You'd think it was an ice cream cone.
Take these hands. I know they're empty, but with you they can be used for beauty in your perfect plan. All I am is yours. Take these feet. I know they stumble, but you use the weak. You use the humble, so please use me. All I am is yours. I give you all my life. I'm letting it go, a living sacrifice, no longer my own. All I am is yours. All I am is yours. Take this heart, set it on fire, shine it in the dark. I want to tell the world of who you are. All I am is yours. I give you all my life. I'm letting it go, a living sacrifice, no longer my own. All I am is yours. All I am is yours. I give To you I belong, every beat of my heart, the breath in my lungs. All I am is yours. All I am is yours. I lift my hands up, God, I surrender all that I am for your glory, your honor, your faith. I lift my hands up, God, I surrender to you. I give you all my life, I'm letting it go, a living sacrifice, no longer my own. All I am is yours, all I am is yours. I give you everything, to you I belong, every beat of my heart, the breath in my lungs. All I am is yours, all I am is yours. Take these hands, I know they're empty, but with you they can be used for beauty in your perfect plan. All I am is yours.
That's a good one.
I can sing your love. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me. And I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. 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 Good rhythm. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me. And I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. 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 And oh, I feel like dancing. It's foolishness, I know, but when the world has seen the light, we will dance with joy like we're dancing now. I could sing of your love forever. 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 I could sing of your love.
She knew it was done. Thank you, Ashley. Yes. I like that. The dancing line. She was spinning around.
Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. And blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place, though I walk through the wilderness, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. And blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. And blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering. Though there's pain in the offering, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, oh, turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name.
Amen.
Thank you, Arnold.
All right, I think we'll do one more.
One more.
Thank you, Logan. Or the resident seal, whichever that was. Mm-hmm. Yep. God, our Father, giver of daily bread, blessing our hands and covering our heads. God, our Mother, leading us into peace, drawing and comforting all those in need. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name in all the earth. Jesus, brother, guiding our very step, deliver us and grant places of rest. Jesus, Savior, grabbing us from the grave, sheeting the fallen, bringing the light of day. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name in all the earth. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name in all the earth. Amen. Father God, thank you for being just everything for us. You are our sustainer, our creator. You offer us your friendship, your love. You're our father, our brother, our friend. You're just incredible. There aren't really words to describe. There aren't really enough words to describe you, God, but thank you for loving us, and please be with Chris as he brings us his message today. Amen.
Amen.
So I don't know why I'm up here. I belong back there. Thank you, Don. But this is what I've looked like for the past 3 weeks. Small backpack, a little bit of weight. This is how I showed up at the Camino, 45 pounds worth of pack. Walking sticks, 2 ankles that worked. It is not how I finished the Camino. But I figured I would repack the bag the way I started, so any children who thought they were strong enough could come and try to lift the bag.
Adults know better.
Logan, do it. Go, Logan. Go, Logan.
Oh, you got it off the ground.
Well, an inch off the ground. You got like 2 feet to go.
Logan weighs 50 pounds, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Logan, you're lifting yourself. You're lifting yourself plus 2 pounds. Minus 6. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Don't put up.
All right, who's next?
Okay, Logan, I think your session is go.
Nice try, Logan. Well done. Oh my.
Did you have all your canned food?
Nice job. Hang on. We took the water bottle out, just, to make it a little easier for everybody. There you go.
Okay, I'm no child, but, oh dear. That is not right.
There's nothing breakable in there, is there?
Oh, it's just a camera and a laptop and a few other things.
It's packed well.
Totally don't. Here, we gotta add more.
Nice, John.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so are you ready to walk about 11 miles?
No.
What about like 3 or 4 steps?
I'm gonna get squashed.
Hey, Steven. You at least weigh double that.
Oh, good grief. I bet I could walk about 1/12 of a mile.
All right, I'm taking you as a pack mule next time.
Oh, Steven.
Bye. Bye, France.
You have to do the whole loop now. Nice job.
Okay. That was quite a short trip. Not worth it.
You know, when you said 45 pounds, it didn't sound like that much.
Sounds like a lot to me.
It's not that much until you go downhill for 3,000 feet in 11 miles. And then it's a lot, and your ankle says no.
So part of that 45 pounds was an ankle brace, right?
Part of that 45 pounds was what? Hubris? Sorry, it's me, so we've made it the literally most complicated we can for today.
Cool.
Ben, I think you can say something now. Pay it back for your band.
I mean, yeah, it feels like fiddly photographers
Billy Tuckers.
always making things overcomplicated. Those AV guys. It's not just the guitarists that slow things down.
No, it's banjo players too.
There's like Axon on the screen, sort of.
Yeah, it's the company that makes the wireless thing. All right, technically, we're not dressed as I was for the Camino because, let me tell lasted about 20 minutes on the days that I wore them. Way too hot.
We want to hear you.
Nobody wants to hear me. Hey, look, it worked.
So is that a wireless sender for information on your computer to, how's the TV getting that? I'm just
It is a wireless HDMI.
Ah,
It's how we send media shout up into the black box that is that room up there.
I like it.
Okay. We face this way. Kind of. Perfect.
Made it to the airport.
And we can zoom. Excellent. Okay. So, May, whatever.
April 30th.
April 1. No.
April 30th.
May 1.
April 30th.
It was a day in the spring.
In the year 2020.
The flowers were blooming, the birds were flying.
There were flowers. It was lovely. The airport, not so much. This is Portland. My brother had just landed from, I don't know where, but somewhere international. I am at gate E5. They landed at gate E20. And we were like, hey, we're going to meet each other in the airport and wave as we go past, because 20 minutes between flights. Yeah, no. International flights coming into Portland get a bus to the front door, and then they get kicked out at baggage claim. So this is my selfie with my brother. There's a wall down there. He has a selfie that actually is a picture of my airplane from a bus on the tarmac. But, you know.
Best laid plans.
All right. Why does this not work? I could do this with a PC very easily. What if we do that? No. Shift. All right, any of you Mac users have any thoughts on why I can't open an image and then use an arrow key to go through them?
Make the window you have all of them in bigger, and then you can arrow through them there.
Oh.
Like open that bigger, and then arrow through.
Okay.
Aaron, you're brilliant.
You plastic computers with fruit on them. This is somewhere over Utah, but you know, obligatory. There's a wing, and we're flying. That's Denver. We had to fly around a thunderstorm cell because airplanes do better when they're not on fire. That's somewhere over Greenland. We've made it to London, the most confusing airport in the world, with not a single working escalator, as far as I can tell. It took me 40 minutes to get from whatever terminal I landed at to Terminal 5. All of that time, I was completely lost. It was wonderful, but we did find the underground. My flight would be this one, right about here to Madrid. And you may notice that my flight is not old enough to have a gate. It's a 1:30 departure that doesn't get a gate till 12:50. So you just kind of stand around and hope you're relatively near. It was lovely. We got off the ground. This is going into Madrid, which had lots of big clouds, no thunderstorms that I know of, but the worst turbulence I've ever been in. And I love flying, so it was wonderful. There's, look, a river with an airplane in it. We landed, somehow. Got a stamp, because my passport needed them, I guess. We got to ride on a bullet train for the first time ever. When I booked this flight at roughly 2 a.m. over the air in the middle of the ocean, I was just picking random trains to go, hey, I need to not be in Madrid, I need to be in Lyon. And I ended up on this thing, which did 245 kilometers an hour, which was very exciting. Oh, yeah, sure. There's Kevin. Looking like Kevin, doing Kevin things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He changed shortly thereafter.
2 weeks. Storks are everywhere for some unknown reason in my. And they like to live on the old steeples of the churches. I didn't include the whole picture of the church, but this was just a steeple that's. It's just the steeple. There was no building attached to it. So, but storks. This was the first albergue that we stayed at. It was a Donativo albergue. Donativo albergues are places that don't charge you anything. You just donate money, and it's whatever you feel like it is worth. We stayed in a room with 2 bunk beds, so 4 beds total with a little door thing that closes. Kevin and I got it to ourselves, which was lovely. Breakfast was toast and fruit, and that was not enough. A recurring theme was you eat breakfast wherever it is you start, and then you walk a mile or 2, and then you have second breakfast. And if it's a good day, you have third breakfast, and then you have lunch. And then everything closes at like 3 o'clock because it's siesta time. And then you have dinner around like 7 or 8. But, you know, it's the way they work. When I was in Lyon, walking that mile from my train station to the cathedral down there, it was Spanish Labor Day. And so you're just walking down this, it was a carless road thing, and there's just families at 9:30 at night. And when I say families, I mean like Logan's age. And they're just out there chilling. They're going to dinner, they're shopping, they're whatever. Those parties went on until 3 a.m. outside of our open window. It was lovely. This is we're on day 3 already. Literally every crow that I've ever known is living in these trees over here. And I'm not actually kidding. They've taken over. 1 million of them. They were very happy to yell at me. This is walking out. This would be Kevin on the left, and this would be Ron on the right. Ron is the guy that donated my ticket so I could get over there. So it was lovely to get to walk with him. He wasn't there for the first day. He was there for the second day, and then I think he was there 5 days. It might have been 6. It was hard to keep track. The last 2 days I was in pain. So that second day we were just kind of walking through farmland, wonderful, wonderful farmland next to it wasn't a busy highway, but it was still a highway. There were 1 million snails on the trail. I tried to take a picture of them, but it didn't really work out, and they were just everywhere. You try to dodge them, and you just can't. And so there was just a lovely crunch, like every other step. It was wonderful. We found this amusing thing, which is, as you can, it's a bridge, and it's a bridge full of water over a canal full of water, which confused me greatly because it doesn't make any sense. But it's there. So, I call it maybe the 8th wonder of the world. Yeah, it doesn't. It got to the end and it just goes down to the same level. So there were random poppies, like thick poppies, just growing for no reason, but they were beautiful. There were sheep. Lovely sheep.
If you've ever played Catan with Chris, you know he's obsessed with sheep.
It's the only thing worth collecting in Catan. Then we found this lovely bridge. Well, I guess I should have mentioned, my initial plan when I was going over there was that I was starting with Kevin in Astorga, which if I had a map, I'd have it up there and you could see where that was. But Astorga is a distance beyond Lyon. But the way it ended up working out, Kevin kind of slowed down a little bit and he took an extra rest day. So I started in Lyon, which means I got to see this awesome bridge that has been there since time immemorial. I don't know. It's been there a very, very long time. There's you can't really see it, but there's like a jousting ground over in this grassy area over here, and they joust. They do recreations. Oh, you can kind of see it in this one. It's this is like the stands where the people would sit over there, and then this rail here is where the 2 horses go on like either side of it. And obviously, there's only water under parts of this because, I don't know, irrigation or something. But there were dudes fishing on the other side that I have some pictures of, but they're not in this because that would have taken too long. There's Kevin leaving me for the first time because I was busy taking pictures, and Kevin gets very bored with that. I don't blame him.
Did you ever find him again?
Well, he went to the albergue, and I went to the albergue about an hour later, but if you notice these clouds up here, that's spoilers for later.
Foreshadowing, I think.
Yes, foreshadowing.
What just happened? There's me on the bridge.
Any moments before the deluge?
Look, it's a lovely picture that I took looking backwards. This is a standard field in the area. You may notice, kind of a small problem that might be going on there. Like, I don't know, every rock that's ever existed is in this field. So, and that's every field out there. They're just rocks everywhere. It was weird. I assume they didn't build enough houses because their houses are just built out of rock. So, lovely wheat fields. Somewhere there's a video of wheat fields, but I didn't include it in here. I like the juxtaposition of this because there's some brand new Fiat or I think that's a Peugeot actually, and then a house built before Jesus. You know, just mud, and that door could be older than Jesus too. You never know with these houses. And then there's like this random brickwork that looks like I did it. And let me tell you, that's everywhere. And then, you know, this is like, it's kind of a wide image, so it is a little distorted, but you may notice that this wall is not, I don't know, vertical. That's key to most houses over there.
That's what allows them to stay up longer.
Yeah. It is fascinating, though, because, like, if you want to do renovations on your house, I don't know that you have to call anybody, or you just, oh, I'm going to take down this rock wall and we're going to put it up over here, or I'm going to build this little stairway in front of my house, or it just seems like what they do. It's just kind of, okay, well, we're going to do this now. Yeah, so then the rain started. It's hard to tell because you're taking a picture in the rain, but look, see, wet. And it was windy, and my lovely floppy hat, which was a great hat, it only works so well in the rain because once it's on, and you put it on like that, and then you decide, okay, well, now the wind's coming at my face. Yeah, so blind leading the blind, but there was no one leading me because we'll reference Kevin abandoning me. So that was fun. But we made it to Santa Banez, which may be one of the only pictures I have of like the actual place that we were staying, but look, I'm thrilled. So this is day 2, I think. We're still on day 2. There was a minor hill. Hang on. Did I include that picture? No. Of course I didn't. Anyways, there was a minor hill before that picture was taken. And when I say minor, it was like 300 feet maybe tall. Stopped 7 times because I was dying climbing this hill. Not out of shape though. It was the wind blowing in my face, and I couldn't see, and the rain, and
Our pack wasn't too heavy.
no, the pack was super light, and yeah. So, anyways, that's where we started. That's the energy that I had at the beginning. There's the front of Ron, amazing. I know he has a front, not just a back with a backpack. There's Kevin again. It was fairly cold, but we were having a lovely time hanging out, drinking some Jesus juice, and eating cheese and M&Ms and some nuts and Coca-Cola. And we were talking to, see, this is where Kevin would be useful, some guy, I don't remember his name, he was from the Netherlands, and he was walking the Camino to deal with some trauma in his family. And yeah, it was a good conversation. There were cats. It was a very happy cat. That cat walked over behind Ron, walked over to the edge, and then jumped onto that roof. But, you know, it didn't look like he was jumping onto the roof. It looked like he was just going to jump 2 stories down. So we were all concerned. We had a delicious dinner. When you have the Pilgrim's menu, it is a 3-course meal. Your first course is generally some sort of salad or soup. Your second course is whatever they want to serve you. In this case, it was lentils, which were actually edible, which is an achievement that Aaron has never accomplished.
Because you don't like lentils.
I didn't even have to put salt in these, and they were delicious. The little bottles of things are more of the Jesus juice. It was everywhere. You could buy an entire bottle of it at these places for £4, which is somewhere around $5. You can't do that in the U.S. and have drinkable. So it was lovely. We're on day 3 now, and there was a cow. I mean, there were a lot of cows, but I took a picture of that one because he was eating and making everywhere smell. Something that Jesus drank and made. There was this creepy statue of a dude pointing actually the wrong direction on the Camino, but, you know, it was next to a cross that people leave, you know, little trinkets and stuff at. There's a French lady just to the left that was, like, changing clothes, so we made sure we were shooting to the right. She was a lovely person. She was carrying around a pack that weighed 7 pounds. Made me fairly jealous. Yeah, Kevin would remember more about her. More poppies and more colors and stuff. I got to press my own orange juice about 4 miles in. 2 oranges to fill up that little deal down there, but it was delicious. Another donation thing, I paid them like £3 for that. There is fresh orange juice everywhere in this country. They have machines on every counter that just has like a chute on the top, and it just dumps full oranges in, and then it crushes them into a cup. We need those in the U.S., just saying. So everywhere on the Camino, there's like drinking fountain type things, but they're usually looking like this fire hydrant down here. This is the French lady with the like 7-pound pack that made me, yeah. So she's drinking out of it, and then, oh, I picked the wrong picture. Very sad. Anyways, when you turn that one on, water spurts out of this little water thing on his face, and it's really funny. I did my best to drink out of every single one of these hydrants that I could find, but they kind of disappeared when you got to Astorga for some reason. I don't know. I think it might be based on the state that you were in. Yes, Spain has states. Their signs with their school children crossing the road are frantically crossing the road, so I don't know what their drivers are like, but if the sign is anything to go by, don't cross the street. There's a giant, disgusting factory of potatoes. Nobody likes potatoes, so we're just going to move on from that. There's more storks. There's a lovely house in the middle of a field. This is headed in towards Astorga, Kevin and Ron. There was a little bit of rain. This was a giant mural that I need to get Kevin's copy of this picture from because, so this is Augustus Caesar. We couldn't figure out why, but Augustus Caesar did something in Astorga, and it was very important, so just know that. The thing that is impressive about this is this house is not square to the path. It's square to me right now, and kind of from his nose down is a wall that is about 6 feet in front of the house. And they have managed to paint this mural in such a way that if you are walking down the path, it lines up, which is impressive to me. But I need Kevin's picture because he took one from up there that kind of shows what's going on. That's the first like bridge getting into Astorga. It's just kind of on a nature path, which is really cool to think that, oh, after church I've gone to a place and I'm on a nature path. That's all of us on top of a railroad crossing because high-speed trains, they don't let you like level cross. What with the whole 247 kilometers an hour death. Yeah. This is looking towards Astorga, and the cool thing is, if you look, very, very digital zoom to there, this is old city wall, like from a long time ago. And I have pictures of me standing up on that. That's the cathedral in there. Look, it's Astorga. There's another thing to Augustus Caesar, made out of like railroad tie spikes. That's a statue of, ye olde pilgrims. The dude is just carrying a suitcase over his shoulder. And then we have modern times when there is a van which will take your stuff forward for you. So this guy should have done that. It'd be painful carrying a suitcase over your shoulder like this the whole time. They had a statue of a lion and an eagle fighting. I couldn't figure out why, but I assume something to do with defense of the city. That's me standing on part of the old wall. That's part of the old wall. There's two sections of it, an older and a newer section, and one was built before the other. Many years. It's a Catholic pilgrimage that it is believed in the early days was used to kind of summon a standing army to defend Santiago from the Celts, I think it was, or somebody from back then. In Santiago, it's supposed to be St. James's bones and whatever, and so the Catholic Church was like, hey, you guys should all do this pilgrimage and whatever. So I don't know when it started. All I know is over 500,000 people did it last year, and of that, 260-ish thousand did the French Way, which is the trail that I'm walking. Probably a significant portion of that do only the last 100 kilometers, because that is all that is required to get the certificate and the credit with the Catholic Church, I guess. But then that's complicated too, because you can walk parts of some Camino in the U.S. and have those miles count, and look, I don't understand any of it. This is a church in Astorga that, so it was Sunday, and the door was open, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm just going to go in and have a look in this church. No, that was in service. A lot of people turned around and looked at me. I ran away. More of these really cool murals. That's like a 3- and 4-story building that somebody's painted this giant dude on. I don't know if people are bigger over there or what, but yeah. I used to remember the name of this, the thing on the right, but that's the cathedral on the left, and they were having a cheese festival because cheese is amazing. Ron and I wandered through that for a while and had some delicious sheep cheese that had been aged for over a year in a cave somewhere near the Camino, but not where we were. And it was really good. This is a picture of the old city wall, and kind of on the right side over here is supposedly we're part of the gate, the only remaining gate in Astorga is, but it doesn't look very gate-like to me. But they claim it's a gate, so look at the gate. There's some of the cheese. That blue cheese that's behind the cows, delicious. The most blue cheese you've ever blued. More cow. That's the front of the cathedral in Astorga. There's a dog that was vacuuming the ground. He was hilarious. I found a 1-kilometer sign on the way out of Astorga, and you have to take a picture of that even though you've walked for 4 days already. That's the first pedestal I think I saw. You got your seashell, you got your yellow arrow telling you which direction to go, and then you've got your distance to Santiago, 260.5 kilometers. Some lovely weather. And then the place that we got to, Kevin's bed came with a cat. And that cat came back and cuddled with him in the morning, and he was not necessarily pleased with that. This is the backyard of the place where I hung out. That's Rex, the dog. That's the courtyard of this place. This is the guy who owns this. His name is Juan. He walked the Camino, I think he said 4 times, and decided he loved it so much, so he bought this place a couple of years ago and has been running it ever since. He had a map that is the weirdest layout I've ever seen. Like, I've never, like, it's centered down here somewhere, and just, it was just very strange to, like, see everything squished up. But there you go. There's another cat. And then we sat around and had some cheese and some other drinks, and we were joined by a friend who was very interested. They enjoyed our cheese. I enjoyed the cats. There was a brand new mama cat up in a box upstairs. She had 4 kittens and was very happy for me to come up and take pictures. What time do we have? 12:30? Maybe we will stop in Astorga. Well, we're not actually in Astorga. We're just outside of Astorga. But we are headed towards the hill that may have broken me. It's weird to not have to walk. Like, getting off the plane, walking out to the truck, getting in and turning it on, and in 5 minutes driving further than, I did in a day for 3 weeks was really strange. Opening a cupboard and there just being food that you have to make instead of going to a bar and going, hey, I'd like to order this or that. Oh, speaking of bar, everything over there is a bar. Everything. But it's not like a bar in the U.S. It's a restaurant that has like a place that you go to get drinks. Kids, families, dogs, everybody is welcome in these places. But everywhere is a bar. Everywhere.
Food's still reasonably priced there. I mean, when I was there, it was like pretty cheap.
So the Pilgrim's menu for that 3-course meal was everywhere between 14 and 17 euro to eat for a 3-course meal. In the mornings, we would order Spanish omelet tortilla, which is essentially like an egg quiche with potatoes in it. I might have a picture of one somewhere in here. I don't remember. And those would be like 4 pounds, or 4 euro, not pounds, because that would be British. Most of my drinks were in the $1.25 to $1.75 range. So yeah, everything was ridiculously like cheap over there. You come back over here. I was talking to Aaron on the phone in San Francisco, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go get something to eat. And it's like, here's a sandwich for $17. I was like, oh, Well, the Camino is interesting. The people that you're interacting with on the Camino it's a community of people that are all engaged in the same activity. And it's hundreds of thousands of them that are all doing the same thing. So you get to your place at night, and any person that is sitting there, you can walk up to and say, Bon Camino, which is the Portuguese way of saying hello Camino, friendly Camino. It's just the greeting. And go, hey, where did you start? And that's just the beginning of like a 40-minute conversation of where did you start? What did you think of that hill we just climbed? Did you see the cows? Did you moo at the sheep? And why are you walking? And you could do that to anybody. I did it to anybody, and I'm an introvert, and I don't like talking to people. One of the things that Kevin and Ron and I spoke about very early on was the idea of living an intentional life, making sure that things that you do, you are doing intentionally and not just kind of being swept up in the moment. So going out of your way to be nice to somebody, offering to buy them dinner, letting them buy you dinner, whatever. Nothing was expensive over there. But yeah, the community over there is just very open to talking and collaborating pretty much at all times about anything. And for somebody who is more of an extrovert than me, specifically Ron and Kevin, just seeing them go up to somebody and, start a 3-hour conversation about just life and how it's going, and have them, this is spoilers for Ponferrada, which is when I was broken many, many miles from now. We had a guy that we ran into on the trail down, and we had, I don't know, it was maybe a 45-second conversation. Hey, how's it going? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from California. He lives somewhere between Reno and Yosemite, kind of up in the mountains. Ex-firefighter. And hey, if we ever see you in town, let's get together, buy you a beer, have a drink, let's eat some food. Okay, cool. Guys off. Like we learned that in that 45-second conversation. Oh, we're from west coast of United States, Portland, Oregon. So when we're in Ponferrada, this dude, it's the day that Kevin and I have decided to take off because I got to rest my ankle, which I can't walk on anymore. And he just kind of walks up behind us and goes, hey, remember me? And it's like, yeah, hey, we're wandering around. We're looking for a pharmacia. We got to find some drugs, and we got to find a brace for this dude's ankle. Oh, hey, I'm going to join you guys. Great day to take off. So then we wander around for about 2 hours throughout the city, find our pharmacies, get our stuff, just talking about stuff. Learn that this guy's wife died of cancer 3 years ago. They have 2 young kids. Well, not 2 young kids. They're 13, 14. And he's, the hill we had just gone over had the Iron Cross on it, which there's more pictures of. And as he's walking up to it, he's feeling around in his backpack, and he finds this heart-shaped rock that somebody had given to him, and realizes that this is, put his ex-wife's or his passed away wife's name on it, leaves that at the Iron Cross. This beautiful moment. And he's just 3 hours into knowing us, sharing all this stuff. And Kevin's, going, well, how did you guys meet? And that turns into, oh, well, Kevin, how did you meet your wife? And Chris, how did you meet yours? And all this stuff. We went to dinner in the square down there in Ponferrada, which we got interrupted by the church bells just going absolutely ballistic, like every 10 minutes. Well, it turns out somebody was putting some smoke out in Rome. They had a new pope, and so the Catholics were extremely excited about this. And just, there's a video, if I can figure out how to play it, we'll play it. Had lunch, went, okay, hey, cool, we're going to do dinner later if you want to come hang out. Fast forward to the evening, we go to a lovely little pizza place. We sit down, and this guy starts with, all right, Kevin, so tell me about God. And we haven't, there's been no discussion about that. There's been nothing. It's just been, so this guy clues in that something's going on with Kevin and me and something else. And that leads into another 3-hour conversation about just talking about stuff. So it's, yeah. The community over there is crazy, and the conversations you can have are endless, and the ability to share without being pushy or handing somebody a pamphlet to begin with is insane. I don't know if that answers your question, but I rambled. But I will come back later, and we will finish, because Astorga is maybe a third of the way. And I'm not even broken yet, so. Aaron, come pray.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for just time to share, time to hear
part of Chris's adventure, and thank you for people nudging him to share more than just the pictures and hear the stories. And we can't wait for Kevin to come back and fill in some of the blanks that our introvert here just claims he doesn't remember, but he sure does. Thank you for those who have made food today. Please bless it and nourish our bodies. Thank you for the community time that we can have, and go with us into the week. We love you. Amen.